I think this computer's
Possessed?
Oddities. Stay strange.
I don't think it's long for this world.
I'm telling you. Multiple push presents. You deserve
Yeah.
it.
I
You
need a
still,
laptop and I need a locket.
well, you still deserve an IVF present. So,
I do still deserve an IVF present. I still haven't gotten that. But you want to know something that's really sweet? Oh, well, welcome back to Oddities, everybody. I'm just going to keep them waiting. I'm Cassie.
I'm Kelly.
And welcome back to Strange Town. As per usual, we have all of our information in the episode description box. It's all of the things you could possibly humanly ever want. All your desires are in the description box. The merch, the Patreon, our website, our email, the people we've worked with, little this, little that.
Yeah.
You know, for a good time, check out the description box. We also are still soliciting. We're waiting. We need some listeners episode topics.
Come on, guys.
Stories. Hook us up, please.
Hop 2.
Make it happen. Make it happen. Thank you. Anyway, how's my borsty? Oh, right. Here's what's sweet, real quick.
Yes.
Without being prompted, Corey bought me this really great pair of sneakers that are just step-in sneakers.
Oh, I love those.
So thoughtful. Look how cute. They're like really cute.
And that makes pregnancy easier when you don't have to bend over to tie.
Such a dream, because the belly is starting to get in the way.
Yes.
For activities like that. So it's nice. It's wonderful, and I thought that was very thoughtful.
And you know what? That color scheme, I like him. I like him. He did good.
He did. He done good. How's my borsty?
Your borsty is good.
Yes.
I'm just thrilled to be with you.
I know.
I'm a happy camper. I've discovered blueberry wine.
So what more could we want?
Literally, what more? I have blueberry wine. I had birria quesadillas, homemade salsa. I've had a good birthday week.
As you should.
I have a little glowy buddy. God, that picture.
Oh, so good. You captured it so well.
I was like, I looked down and I was like, holy shit, where's my phone?
Yeah, I was like, where is she right now that this is working so well?
I was literally just in my bedroom and it wasn't even pitch black.
I love it. At night, do you wear it to bed? Like your bracelet or no?
No, I can't wear my bracelet to bed at night. I will actually murder somebody. It's a sensory nightmare.
Okay.
So, but he sits on my nightstand and he glows.
Does he glow at you? Okay.
Yes.
That's sweet.
So,
it's like me watching you while you're sleeping.
It was literally it made me so happy. I like squealed and immediately sent you a photo.
It is such a good photo. It made my whole week.
Yeah. I'm like, look at him glow.
Look at you glow. Are you still seeing the tinfoil man or whatever?
No, that finally stopped.
We're done now. That's
you
good.
Finally stopped visiting me.
I stopped showing up. Love that for me.
I'm actually a little terrified to visit you for the sheer fact of like, what if I have a sleep paralysis?
Girl, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to... Well, we talked about this. I'll slap you with a Bible.
Slap me with a Bible, throw some holy water on me. We'll be fine.
Yeah, ain't no thing. We got a plan. It's fine.
It's fine.
We're going to go get manicures and you guys slapped around, and then that night I'm going to slap you around. It'll be good. Fly across the country just to get beat up. That's what's happening here.
You're going to send me back to my parents. They're going to be like, why do you
broken,
have bruises?
Bruised and battered. Yeah.
We sent you for a baby shower. What the fuck?
Sent you for a baby shower, you got the shit beat out of you, but you ate some good ass food, and so that's what it matters.
I was fed and happy. It's fine, guys.
I'm dying. I'm dying.
How's my borsty?
Your borsty's fine. I am feeling large these days, but good, and it's only going to get larger. Let's see. Work has been soul-sucking, the usual.
Hate it.
I did kick ass on my presentation today.
Okay.
It's funny because my boss likes to paint this picture that nothing we're doing is working, but that's because she doesn't have any like actual experience around any of this. So instead, I decided to flip the entire narrative that I told her I was going to say, and I was going to point out all the ways in which this isn't accurate. And then the vice president was thrilled. So it made me feel good on the inside to be unhinged.
Yeah.
You know, that always checks out. I am um, nesting in a big way. Everything's getting organized, and if it's not getting organized, it's getting tossed or donated. We had the
Love it.
piles.
Love to see it.
There are so many piles right now. And it just feels good anyway because I like organizing things. Like even before pregnancy, I just liked this, but it's just given me like it's a need. Like I need it's a need.
Yeah.
So it like just and I honestly wasn't even thinking about it. It's not like I said to myself, it's time to nest now. It's just like one day I was like, I gotta organize the ever living fuck out of the drawers in the baby's dresser. And then I was like, I know what's happening here. And it like occurred to me.
Nesting. And I got that beautiful message and I was just giddy for you. I'm like stupid excited for all of this. The only thing that makes me sad is that like I'm not physically closer to help you with anything.
But you are helpful because like you have been so supportive through all of this already. And then you just like inherently just share the joy like without even there are very few people in my life that I feel like when something good happens or something's going my way or just like truly just like unselfishly happy for me, and you are one of those people. So you are helping.
Okay. I feel the same way about you. Just throwing that out
there. We love it.
Also, I love that like I literally everything that I've wanted to get baby boy. Bestie, can I get this for him? None of it's going to be a surprise.
You just want to get him everything, which is so sweet. That poo onesie.
See, I guess the reason why I wanted to make sure you're okay with that was in my head, I'm like, why do I feel like she's already got this?
No.
It's Disney merch. It was so stupid.
No, it was really good. It is so sweet that you're always thinking of him and always thinking of me. So
the second I saw that onesie, though, I was like, he's getting it.
Can we talk about, though, how the whole poo, like, store or whatever was fucking tight? Everything that guy showed.
That's one of my favorite creators.
I love that.
He's poo obsessed, for the record.
He gets it.
He has an entire room devoted to poo.
I mean,
he gets
same.
it. He gets it. And I have to admit, there are a few things that I've already purchased for you that you don't actually know about.
Stop. You're doing more than enough. Stop it.
It's never enough. And it'll never be enough. But really, and then I looked back, I had to show Michael, I was like, look what we have to buy at Disney next time we're there.
But is he so game for it?
Oh, he is. He's like, oh, look at it. And then he was like, I think I had that onesie.
Shut up. It's a blast from the past.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you realized it also has a poo hat. And I'm hoping it has poo ears.
I feel like when it showed, I thought he showed it and it had a little hood, or no, I don't think so.
Maybe
it had
that's
something
attached to the side, and it definitely has a little hat.
Okay.
So.
Oh my God.
I'm so excited.
My son's about to look so fucking decked out. It's unreal.
Auntie only gives the best.
Seriously, we'd love to see it.
And it's designer Disneyland merch.
This kid is going to be like 17 and I'm still going to be putting him in poo shit.
He just has to deal with it. I want to let you know my Amazon right now is suggesting travel stuff, Winnie the Pooh stuff, and that's it.
I see no
and
flaws.
Pregnancy stuff because it thinks I'm pregnant. So that's my life.
I love
I'm not
that.
mad.
It's like I'm constantly in front of you.
Yeah.
You're just surrounded by me.
Absolutely not angry at it in any way, shape, or form. It's just really funny.
We'd love to see it.
Yeah.
We'd love to see it. Nope, it's left me. That's the new thing that's kicked in. It's
Pregnancy
happening.
brain.
The brain. And it's not that I'm like forgetting things I need to do during the day or like things like that. It's just mid-sentence. It's like I don't know where I was going.
Yeah, I don't miss that.
It could have been a fun journey, but we don't know where that was headed.
We'll never know.
No,
It's with
no,
him now.
it is. And that's okay. And yeah,
You
with the
said something fun last week
did I?
to your family. You
What did I say?
announced it very, very with gumption.
Oh, that I'm the smartest person in the house?
And it's true.
I mean, it's not if I can't put together a whole sentence.
You're growing a human.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm the smartest person in the house because I have two brains at the moment. But
Arguably, you are the smartest person in the house. Look at all the degrees behind you.
I mean, my wall of effort. I do this because when I'm on camera with people at work, they know who the fuck they're talking to.
As you should.
It was strategic.
As you should. I just want to throw that out there. You have every right to show that off.
I love
Those
you
are
for that.
hard earned.
And now I'm going to be a professor. So.
You know what's hysterical? I was going through my photos. I had to clean out my phone, and I found the photos of me watching your graduation.
I love you so much for that. I love that your dad watched it too.
My whole family. They're like, what are you watching?
What are you watching? What are we doing right now? Yeah. I'm still pissed about our fucking speaker. That guy was the worst.
Yeah. John
That guy was-
Hobbs. What are you doing?
Johnny Hobbs. You gave the undergrads fucking the president of Ukraine, and you gave us that fucking poet that sucked.
It was so bad. It was
Yep.
so...
I was so miffed.
I could only imagine what your face looked like during that whole...
Thank God they put the camera on me way earlier in the night before any of that started, because my face would have ruined everything. It would have ruined everything during that guy speaking. So
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
I love that. Memories. You know, we have to like load up on a lot of pictures because like we've been friends for a million years. We have like 5 pictures together,
I know, it's so bad.
and we.
I
needed-
thoroughly enjoyed the photo you posted of us, though, on Monday.
I had to do it. That's one of my favorite photos of us
In jail.
in
Yeah.
jail. In
The closest we'll truly get to jail, probably.
Toontown,
Maybe.
Toontown jail. Yeah, exactly. Maybe. You never know.
Debatable.
It depends how hormonal I am when you're here.
Depends on what happens while I'm
You
there.
You never know. Oh, my friends, we're almost at our standard 13 prattling.
Yes,
should we-
yes,
should
we
we-
are.
Start the puerty.
We should start the party.
You started last week?
I don't actually freaking remember.
I don't either. You can start this week if you'd like.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing, so I'm excited.
I'm talking about a possible haunted location in Nebraska.
Oh,
Because I feel
All
like
right.
we don't. Nebraska's one of those places that we forget about.
we forget that Nebraska exists.
Yes.
Exactly. Okay.
Yes.
All
I'm
right.
talking about Hummel Park.
Hummel Park.
Yes. And let's talk about it. Let's just get
All
into
right.
it. It's located in north of Florence neighborhood. The park, it's like North Omaha. The park includes hiking trails, including the Omaha Riverfront Trail north. It also has playgrounds, horseshoe pits, the Missouri River overlook, picnic
Lit.
shelters. I mean, it's like your standard park, right?
It's a good
Like you
time.
wouldn't think anything's really going on here.
Except it is because it's Nebraska.
The overlook is located above the popular Devil's Slide, a
There it
natural
is.
cliff. There's also a summer day camp at the park, which celebrated its 60th anniversary. Back in 2009, that was like the biggest thing that it had to share. So now it's like, well into its 70s. I just want to make that clear.
That's the
Nobody
most
wanted to talk about its 70s, but it wanted to talk about its 60th anniversary. So,
That's the most Nebraska thing, I feel
right.
like. Okay.
There's a lot of urban legends with this park. The park has been said to be a hotspot for satanic rituals and murders.
Oh, well,
Murders?
what else are we going to do in Nebraska?
I guess but here's the thing. Like, there's no evidence other than graffiti because of like graffiti pentagrams and whatnot.
But can we
But
say that because it's Nebraska, immediately they're like graffiti does equal cults? Like it's like that, like
is Nebraska considered the Bible Belt? I would say so.
wow, I
So
don't know. Okay.
I would say it's very, conservative and somewhat religious area, right?
I I would oh, okay, so it's not Bible Belt, but it is considered the heartland.
There you
If you
go.
ask me, it's right up there. Okay.
So yeah, if you see a pentagram, they're going to be like, Satan.
Burn them.
Yeah. So is there satanic things going on, or are kids just being kids? We won't
just don't know.
Apparently in the entrance of the park, there's arching branches, and people say that is they're weighed down by spirits of victims of lynchings in the park.
Oh, that's spookala bookala.
But the community wants to make it clear that there's no evidence of lynchings that ever took place in Hummel Park.
Are they sure?
But let's be honest, it's the Midwest. It's likely lynchings took place in that park.
I mean, methinks like we could probably, if we looked hard enough, find some evidence.
Yes.
Yeah.
A stairway in the park has been called the Stairs to Hell. It's been reported that it is impossible to count the same number of steps ascending the stairs as descending them. However, this has been disproved. There is 188 steps.
Okay, so people just don't know how to count. Okay.
Yep. Any counting errors are likely due to irregular shape of some of the steps, or the fact that people are just dumb.
As we know,
I'm going to be really blunt here.
like people are stupid. Yeah.
Or
this
drugs.
isn't just a Nebraska thing. Everybody's stupid everywhere. Right.
Yeah.
Or drugs. Okay.
The most widely known legend surrounding the park is the group of albino people that inhabit the dense woods of the park. This group is variously described as a family, a colony, or a group of homeless people. Sometimes the supposed colony is portrayed as violent attackers and cannibals, or merely reclusive hermits.
Okay, in either way, though, like, I gotta admit, out of all these things, that's the one that's spookiest to me because no beef with albinos, but when I look at albino people, it freaks me out a little bit.
It scares you a little bit, right?
It's a little scary, and I like I'm not even trying to be offensive. It's just like a thing that happens for me.
You get a little bit of a goosebump.
And I'm like a little bit like because it's different from the norm, and so
It's
I'm
jarring.
like, whoa, it is
Yeah.
jarring. Yes.
There's never been at any point, again, the people of the community wanting to say any evidence to support the idea of the group of albino people that lived in the park or attacked anyone in the park.
I really feel like the people of the community is actually just like board members, and it's like 8 like fat old white men who are like, so we all agree this is the story we're gonna tell, right?
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
The urban legends about Hummel Park likely arose from its secluded locality, dense woods, and popularity as a destination for local teenagers. Surprisingly, though, the bodies of several missing people have been discovered in Hummel Park, but these were likely dumped in the park as it's close to Omaha's urban center, and it's been densely wooded and well concealed.
I could see that. Yeah.
So, but it's still spooky.
Oh, it's definitely spooky.
Bodies have been found in the freaking park. I mean,
Yeah,
hello?
Like that's some shit. Yeah, I mean,
I
definitely.
just like that they keep trying to cover it up with, there's no evidence.
Yeah, they're like, but it's like, don't worry about it. It's like when we were on that death flight in Iceland, and the guy's like, it's windy today, but no worries.
Yeah. So, it's just a very spooky park. I will say some images of the park gives off a very spooky vibe. I don't really, I don't know what to believe here.
I believe the lynching trees. I don't know that
definitely.
I don't know that I believe the branches are curved because of that, but like I could see why that would influence that story.
100%. I kind of believe in the albino people hanging out in a densely wooded area.
I can
being
see that.
hermits.
I don't think they're cannibals.
I don't think they're cannibals. I think
they're
that's
probably
teenager rumors and,
They're just like vibing in the
Mm-hmm.
woods. And I mean, I believe the bodies being dumped because I mean, how do you like refute that they found the bodies, you know?
Yeah.
So I get that. I don't think the murders took place in the woods. I think they're a dumping ground.
Yeah. So that's Hummel Park. It's spooky.
Damn.
I do have another topic for Nebraska, but that is
Oh.
next week, so tune in.
Oh my God, a Nebraska miniseries?
Yeah, kind of, which is fucking weird. Expect that out of nowhere.
That's an oddity in and of itself.
That is odd. Nebraska, you done it
Wow.
again.
All right, so I'm sorry. Tell us again how you found Hummel Park.
I was looking up because we go back and forth with the nothing happens in the middle of the U.S.
And there it
And I
was,
was like,
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
I mean, behold, and well done. Well done. Very
Thank you.
interesting. I love how like communities come up with stories about shit too, and then the community's like, no, 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 no,
No, no, no,
shh,
no,
shh,
no, no.
shh.
We don't want
Can't
any
let them hear.
popularity.
Yeah, we don't
There's
want
no
any of
evidence.
that.
Don't come here.
Yeah. Because as if they're trying to like, they're so worried about like they're gonna lose people moving to Nebraska. Nobody's fucking coming there anyway. Just let it happen. If you let
Nobody
this
wants to
freaky
live in
shit
Nebraska.
perpetuate, you're gonna get more visitors. Your tourism's gonna go through the roof.
Yep.
So let it happen. All right. Well done. That was a funzie. I
Thank you,
loved it.
Varsity.
I'm talking, well, we're still continuing our tour through odd history.
Love it.
Fake Paris of World War One. So here we go. First of all,
Bring it on.
I just want to point out once again, of these degrees, one of them is a history degree. Did I ever learn about this? No.
No.
Am I annoyed? Yes.
Yes.
So, in the first years of aviation, modern warfare changed drastically forever, and so did defensive tactics. 1903, we have the Wright brothers. They took to the skies. Everybody was like, "Holy shit, we're flying!" And then less than a decade later, the Germans start dropping bombs on London and Paris. Like, it's some shit. For people who lived through big, big wars, aerial bombing signified or signaled a drastic and horrifying change in modern warfare. Attacks that once came by land or sea, now the air was like no longer safe and was also a threat. Um, and with German bombers attacking from the sky, Paris devised a unique response. They designed a fake Paris to trick pilots into wasting bombs. So here we go.
Wow.
Yeah. So when we picture aerial bombing, the first images that come to mind include the Blitz in World War II, bombing of Pearl Harbor. But earlier than that, decades earlier, when airplanes were basically like in their infancy, Germany targeted Paris. Germany was like, you know what? Fuck you, Paris. That's a direct quote.
Fuck
That's
you, Paris.
history. Yeah. So the lessons learned by the Germans and the French would then carry over into World War II. Um, there were terrifying new technologies introduced. It was the first major war that featured tanks. We had poison gas attacks. And while gravity had limited the scope of earlier wars, the 1910s, if you will, turned skies into a battlefield that seemed impossible to escape. And so, as soon as war broke out, the Germans formed an airplane unit to bomb cities for the first time in military history. And in the early months of war, a German plane targeted Paris, and a single pilot flew several bombing raids on the city. So, what did the aerial bombings look like in like 1915? The first bombing attacks on Paris came from a Taube, which I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly. It's Taube, a monoplane that barely looked different from a glider. I gotta be honest, like, so you know how I'm spooked about flying these days? I think
Mm-hmm.
about the people that willingly strap themselves to this fucking shit. You gotta be a screw loose.
I need to know what they were on.
How, like, what can I get my hands on to make me calm enough to be like, I'm gonna get in that thing that's like
I'm
sticks and
good.
linen? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, following the Seine River to Paris, the pilot dropped bombs by hand onto the city below. It's like a cartoon. During the first raid, the pilot dropped four small bombs along with a note demanding France's surrender. And while the bombs themselves did limited damage because they were little guys and he was dropping them by hand, they promised a terrifying new chapter in military history. And so early airplanes weren't the only tool used in aerial bombing campaigns. The Germans also flew zeppelins over enemy territory to drop bombs.
That sounds badass.
It kind of is. Like, Yeah, but thanks to their flammable construction, Zeppelins were pretty much retired as weapons of war because they were like, maybe not. So aerial bombings required different defensive tactics. At first, as German planes attacked England and France, they struggled to defend themselves. Allies quickly developed new tactics. When Zeppelins flew over English skies, the Brits sent up airplanes of their own to attack the airships. The first anti-aircraft gunners also defended the skies. Germany changed tactics as a result, and instead of the Zeppelins, they attacked with long-range bombers that were agile, harder to hit, speedier, all of that. So Paris was only one of the many places targeted by German World War One bombers. In Belgium, you had Antwerp and Liège among the first cities targeted in 1914. Great Britain was another major target. At first, Germany's Kaiser Wilhelm II held off on targeting London. After all, his cousins actually technically sat on the British throne. But the psychological terror caused by the bombing raids convinced him that the risk was worth it. So, in the spring of 1915, the first Zeppelin attack on London killed 7 people. By that fall, a series of attacks killed 71 people in London. And so during the war, then, over 100 bombing runs carried fire to Great Britain, causing over 1,400 deaths. Airships and airplanes dropped off a combined 8,500 bombs. Venice faced raids. It was like a whole thing. So then the Allies struck back. You had British airplanes bombing Zeppelin bases, Zeppelin factories. Uh, Ottoman targets came under fire from aerial attacks. And by 1918, the German spring offensive targeted Paris. And as the German army pushed the boundary of the Western Front to within 75 miles of Paris, the number of aerial attacks increased. And during a 5-month period, German airplanes targeted Paris 44 times, dropping 55,000 pounds of explosives onto the city.
Wow.
I know. And long range bombings also targeted the city from 90 miles away. And in one particular attack, German shells landed on a historic church on Good Friday, and the roof collapsed, killing 91 people inside, which is very sad.
It wasn't a very
So,
good Friday.
so what did Le Paris do? In the face of this shit, they were like, okay, we're going to be Le Crafty and Le French. Ha ha ha, oui oui, and bon bon. Again, all direct quotes. I was there. So they created a fake Paris to mislead pilots into dropping their bombs in a field miles away. And so it's like a little saucy, this plot. So Paris would build camouflaged streets, factories, dwelling houses, railways with stations and trains complete, and in fact, a camouflaged capital according to a post war newspaper report. And the fake Paris would contain 3 zones to trick pilots. Zone 1, the French would construct a replica of train stations. Zone 2 had the fake buildings and recognizable landmarks. And then in the third zone, the French would construct a fake industrial zone filled with basically empty factories. And the plan rested on the limitations of early 20th century technology. Pilots didn't have tools like radar, to guide their bombing raids. They simply looked down at the land below. When targeting Paris, German planes followed the Seine, waiting for a particular curve to signal the capital's location. And by building a fake Paris at a slightly earlier curve in the river, they hoped that they could trick the Germans into bombing the fake capital rather than the real one. So, how would this actually fool pilots? Um, the replica of the busy railway station that included a false train that appeared to move thanks to electrical lighting. So the train wasn't actually moving, it was just a trick. Wooden structures and paint created a decoy industrial zone, colored lamps giving the impression of smoke and fire coming from the factories. And so, would a fake city of lights constructed from wooden lamps actually protect the true capital? In the early years of the war, it might not have worked because aerial bomb raids usually took place during daylight when pilots could see their targets. But new defensive tactics like anti aircraft guns made daytime raids too risky. So as a result, they're flying their raids at night when the lights of the fake Paris had a better chance of attracting these bombers. And nearby Paris would protect itself from nighttime raids with a total blackout. And they would just only have the lights on at the decoy zone, basically. And so in the end, the fake Paris plot was actually, sadly, never put to the test because at the moment the French finished constructing the false city, the war ended.
Oh.
So the timing of it also meant that Britain called off its first air raid targeting Berlin, which was scheduled for late November of like 1918 or something. So basically, they went through all this effort. It was a brilliant plan. And then they were like, psych, the war's done. So, in sum, the lessons of World War I revealed how technology could really change the battlefield. And instead of restricting war to trenches and fields and whatever, aerial technology brought the battle to civilians in capitals like Paris, London, like whatever. And so when Paris became a battlefield, the French responded with new tools of their own, like anti aircraft gunners, fighter pilots, and not surprisingly, the fake city never took off as a defensive tool because it was very time consuming and expensive and things like that. But at the time, it was a really smart tactic that they were going to roll out, I think. And the next time German planes flew over Europe, they didn't need to follow the course of the river to find their targets. But there was value in deception. So, as they planned the massive invasion of France in 1944, the Allies then created a decoy army. So, we're talking World War II now, to convince the Germans that they would land near Calais rather than Normandy. And led by General George Patton, the fake army appeared to be mobilizing in southeastern Europe, but the army camps that German aircraft photographed were simply empty tents, wooden tanks, and fake buildings. And so the lessons from World War One and the fake city carried over into the tactics of World War Two.
Interesting.
So there you have it, the fake city of Paris. I don't know what they did with the fake city after the war was like called off. Did they just like deconstruct it? Because it would be so cool if they had left it and you could like tour it.
Yeah.
But that's it. So it never really got used, but it got fully built and ready to go.
That. Why aren't we learning this in school?
I don't know why we're not learning this in school, because how cool is that? Like, I would have eaten this shit up if one of my teachers was like, hey, you guys want to hear some real shit right now? I'm just saying.
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed though.
Not mad.
No,
I'm
I am
just,
mad. Fuck that.
yeah, let's be pissed. I'm pissed all the time. So, yeah, that's fake Paris. And that is the next stop on our weird history tour.
Well done. That was cool.
Thank you. It was a fun find. I, uh, I mean, I have no other things other than, it was just the result of a Google search, but here we are.
No notes. You did fantastic. And I'm
Thank
really
you.
enjoying this, like, not even series, this tour.
His world tour.
Yes.
I have, let's see, how many more topics do I have of weird history? I have,
I think you have quite a few.
I have three more to go after
Yeah.
this one. So I'm pretty psyched about it. One of them in particular, I'm really excited about, but I don't think it's what I'm covering next. I think I'm covering a different one, and then no, it is what I'm covering next. So coming next week on with weird history, the anti-comet pills.
I'm so excited. Immediately. Holy shit. And you get to go first. Yay.
Space, yeah.
Anti comet pills. Fuck yeah.
There you have it. Yeah. So this was yet another fun episode. I love this for us.
I
We're having
love
a
us.
blast. We're slipping, we're sliding, we're having a good time.
I just
So
love us.
I do too. I adore us. So kids, let us know what you think of well, Nebraska.
Hmm. Have you ever been to Hummel Park? I'm
Have you been to Hummel
curious.
Park? Like, do you also forget that Nebraska exists? And let us know what you think about fake Paris. And until next time.
Stay strange.